Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you, Ambassador, for being here and for all of the opportunity that we've had to have conversations or discussions about what's happening. And thank you for answering all of the tough or maybe not so tough questions today. So I appreciate it. And you may already know, but I represent a large rural, mostly agricultural district. And so we do it all. We've got corn, soybeans, hogs, turkeys, and dairy. And but we also grow sugar beets. So I was going to ask you just, I'm a strong supporter, obviously, of the sugar program, which has allowed our farmers, sugar refiners, and end users of that sugar to invest in strong and robust domestic sugar industry. So my first question, very quickly, will you commit to working with myself and other members to protect the sugar program and to promote the domestic industry?
Definitely. Happy to do that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And many of the other farmers in my district rely on exporting their products around the globe. While China is a major customer of U.S. agriculture, farmers are constantly searching for new market access and expanding market access in other countries. We've seen reports of numerous nations coming to the table, and I think it's over 50 now, with President Trump to negotiate new trade agreements. What are the opportunities in these negotiations to increase access for American farmers?
Certainly, as I think was mentioned earlier,
Yep.
perhaps by Congresswoman Tenney, Israel has come, and we've had a trade agreement with them for a long time. People are surprised to find out that despite the trade agreement, they still have tariffs on some of our agricultural goods. And so they've offered that that's something that they're willing to look at. We've heard from Vietnam, we've heard from India, we've heard from Argentina, we've heard from all kinds of countries that they're interested in not only getting the tariffs down, but getting down the non-tariff barriers, which often are more problematic than the tariffs themselves. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there if these countries are willing to really engage in reciprocal trade.
And I think I know the answer, but I just want to will you work with me and other members of this committee to make sure that farmers have a voice in the negotiations so that we are heard and are part of it?
Yes, certainly. We have a series of advisory committees that involve agricultural stakeholders. We manage those jointly with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. I've already talked to Secretary Rollins about this and the importance of meeting with these committees so we can have their feedback directly.
And we are talking a lot about reducing America's reliance on Chinese imports to our country, and I think that's important, and I'm sure you do too. I think we learned a lot during COVID and over the last few years, but I think it's also important that we give farmers the opportunity to reduce their reliance on exports to China by providing them with new markets. And I know that we just kind of are talking about that, but I think it's important that we say it over and over and that we make sure that we include those farmers and that we are looking for new markets, because that is what they want to produce, and they want somewhere to sell it. So maybe that's not even a question as much as just a statement, but I appreciate your willingness to work with us protecting the sugar program, making sure our farmers are involved in these negotiations, and that we are doing our best, because it's been the last few years that we have not had that kind of outreach to create new markets and find new markets for our ag products. So I hope that we are going to be very aggressive about that and really helping our farmers, because it's important that we strengthen and build that market and the farms in our country. So thank you for being here. I hope I made it real easy on you, because you've had a tough day. But thank you very much, and I yield back, Mr. Chair.